Hello. Is this thing on? What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sheridan S. Davis. I am your favorite church girl influencer. I'm your favorite YouTuber. I am your favorite author. Y'all know I'm an author. Check the description box below. Your favorite eyelash connoisseur. Check the link below. Sheridan S. Davis, and I'm back with another video. Thank y'all for coming on and watching. I'm back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. 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 Hey y'all, I'm right back with another video. Today we are discussing Love and Marriage DC. I was about to say Huntsville. Love and Marriage DC episode 1. We are at the series premiere. I'm super excited to watch this show because I was and am a fan of Real Housewives of Potomac, and I love me some Monique Samuels. Okay, Monique and Chris, I love them very much. Now hold on, before we get into them, let's get into me, y'all. This is my new hair. Okay, it's my new hair. Well, it's old hair. New color. Shout out to my locks. Look at Jesus. Won't he do it? Length by Jesus. Lock color by Annie. Come on, praise the Lord. All right, I just want to show y'all it's reddish orange, and I love it. I love it. I love experimenting with different colors in my head. All right, so here we go. I'm very excited, and we are here with that Welcome to Chocolate City premiere. The Chocolate City, y'all know my company, publishing company is called Chocolate Ship and Co. So I'm loving DC already. I have not been to DC in a very long time, but I really want to go to DC again because I want to visit the Black Smithsonian. So I might make that a solo trip and let's vlog it and make it a whole thing. So I'll be in DC soon. Hopefully, I can run into Monique and Chris Samuels because I love them. I love Monique's natural hair looks. Even though that she has extensions in, but I love the natural look on her. She looks beautiful. Opens up with telling us that she is from Real Housewives of Potomac, which we already know, and she refers to it as that show, which is so funny. And which is odd to me too because they don't have them. They obviously don't have them on a contract where they don't get to say I'm from this show and name drop the show. So that's very interesting to me. I know like when people are in singing groups and stuff like that, sometimes they can't even say I'm David Ruffin of the Temptations after they get out the group. So it's very interesting that she can be like that show and make a face about the show. But anyway, this is her second chance. Initially, when she left Real Housewives of Potomac, which we know she quit the last season reunion after her last season reunion. After it aired, she went ahead and quit. Carlos King slid into her DM and basically wanted to work with her, and she was like, "No, ma'am, Pam, no, sir." And then she ended up talking with her husband about it, and they obviously, came aboard sometime later. Although she was about to quit again right before the series began to film. So anyway, this is her second chance at reality TV, and I just love her. I love her fur that she had on in the first scene of the season. She looks like a queen. She is giving, "You are my African queen." Y'all know that? Girl of my dreams. Y'all gotta watch the movie Fat Girls to know where they come from, okay? Shout out to the Afro Beats. So anyway, next we meet Ashley Silva. And if y'all see me look down, I'm looking at my notes, but I think y'all are smart enough to know that. Anyway, we meet Ashley Silva, who is a self-proclaimed sweetest B word. And I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I've already seen an interview with Ashley that she did on my girl Keisha's channel, Color Me Pink. And I don't know how we're going to feel about Ashley. Hopefully we get to know her and like her. But right now, I think we're going to be on the fence about her in a few episodes. Anyway, so we meet Ashley. Her pageant curls and her confessional are very beautiful. I also don't understand why we are doing confessionals from the kneecap up. I feel like it should be hair up, headshot-ish, because Yeah, the kneecap up thing is not working for everybody. It's not working for everybody. Anyway, so we did meet Irena, who has three businesses. She is married. She's a great looking 48-year-old woman. But I will say, I hate the first she had on with that dress. The dress is cute, the first cute, but them two together is just not it for me and my taste. But praise God, hallelujah, anyhow. So then we meet Winter, and we are meeting all these people at the Not for Lazy Moms live, I guess, pop up event. We know that Not for Lazy Moms is one of Monique Samuel's businesses. We saw that, we came to see that business in Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm about to say Patanka. Funky Dineva, I can't stand him for having me say Patanka. Anyway, so we meet them, and we meet Winter with her half-shaved head, which was very peculiar to me, because usually when people do the shave thing, which is, it's a little old, but when people do the shave thing, they usually go from here down. I've never really seen anybody who did the straight up and down middle, and this part is shaved, but to each their own. I don't think it's a bad look. I just thought it was very peculiar. So anyway, we meet Winter and her shaved head, and we learned that she is a mom of four who has been friends with Monique Samuels for 15 years. Okay, so real genuine friendships here, unlike other shows, unlike Real Housewives of Potomac, when they had tried to really make us think that Sharice and Monique were like this, and she didn't meet her until the first day of filming. Anyway, we don't know Winter from a can of paint. She comes in through the Not for Lazy Moms podcast and lets us know right out the gate, telling us that her first spouse had an affair on her with the nanny. And I mean, I was just like, oh, okay, girl, can we ask you on the first date first? Like, can we know your middle name first? Can we know what you do first? She just went it straight in, no Vaseline. And I was just like, oh, girl, okay. So, so just bam. And so she tells us that he had an affair with the nanny, and not just an affair, but end up having a baby with the nanny. And then had two kids on the girl. I'm just like, is he Arnold Schwarzenegger? What is going on? But shout out to Winter for not killing him. Because I don't know if he would have still been in the land of the living doing all that with me, playing with me like that. But anyway, as she's talking, Ashley is just being catty and whispering, talking about if I have a drink because I'm bored and all this other stuff. She just something about her is just giving me, I ain't gonna like her vibes, and I really wish, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't know that I am. But I hope I'm wrong. So anyway, the group reconvenes after the event. They're on the sidelines talking, and Ashley says that she doesn't have any couples friends. Her and her husband, Quick, don't have any couples friends, which is a bit sad to me. And I hope they find some, because I feel like every couple needs at least one other couple that they can, glean from, lean on, etc. Irena is talking about the fact that she and her husband are embarking upon their 26-year anniversary, and they're having a party. So Monique is like, oh, can we have a Q&A so we can ask you guys questions? At the party, girl? They're not having an anniversary summit. They're having an anniversary party, girl. Y'all need to go to therapy. Don't be trying to use them as free therapy. So anyway, so they're talking about this party, and Ashley, with her rude self, decides to point out the fact that she was only 10 years old when Irena and her husband wed. And I just, girl, ain't nobody asked you that. Dusty. No, she not Dusty, but ain't nobody asked her that. Like, that's rude. That's basically telling that lady she old. Regardless, Irena looks very good. And she Ashley also kind of alludes to thinking that Irena is prudish, because she tells her like how to wake him up in the morning, because Irena's looking for gifts to give her husband, and she like, no, give him an experience, give him that, that yummy twerk for him a little bit for his birthday. How you know that lady ain't twerking for that man? You worry about how many folks twerking for Quick, because he looks slick. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we see Chris Samuels. He is working out, and he has had an amazing career. He gets runs us down all his stats, and I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. But we ain't here for the stats. We here for the love and the marriage. But that is wonderful. I'm excited that he has accomplished all that. Go ahead, go off, Black King. And so he tells us all his stats, and then they show, their children, which we have seen them, grow up. They have three beautiful children, and Chris is training with his trainer, and Monique decides to come in and say, you should care about your health as much as I do. You'll say like, oh, my back is hurting, I need to go to the chiropractor, and I'll tell you to go, and then you be like, nah, I don't go. While she is right, girl, what made you just go in there and try to put that man on blast? Why you did that? Why you did that, Monique? I love Monique. So anyway, Monique then, Chris tells her, I think you're getting some orders. It's time for you to leave. He basically, in a roundabout funny way, kicks her out of his session. And so Monique tells Chris afterwards that Irena is having an anniversary party, and Chris want to do a Q&A too before she could even say anything. He's like, oh, we could ask them questions. And I'm like, these folks are just so corny and meant to be together. Just corny and meant to be. At Irena and Jamie's house, we see their house first of all, and it's very cute. It's giving me hotel, museum vibes. And so Arena's mom lives with them, and I could tell she is a pickle, and I'm going to be here for her this season. I need more with Arena's mom. Carlos King, please promise me that. So she's cooking dinner. As she's cooking dinner, we see that Arena's son comes in, and his name is Jason. We learned that he is visually impaired, but him is also handsome. They have a beautiful family, honestly, because Jamie Jr., anyway, we'll get to him. So Jamie Sr., who is Arena's husband, comes home, and they make again a beautiful couple. He tells us that when they first met, she told him she didn't mess with light-skinned guys. Hey, you guys, colorism is out, okay? We don't judge people on color anymore, okay? All right? All right, we don't do that no more. So hopefully everybody that's watching, y'all don't do that. Don't be talking about I don't do dark skins or I don't do light. Well, that's out. Okay? All right. So and she knew that she was gonna get chewed up for saying that, because she was like, don't say that, even though it was true. So we meet them, and Jamie tells us that he is not close to his son, Jamie Jr., and I already knew he wasn't. Why? Because if you are subscribed to my girl Keisha, Color Me Pink's channel, then y'all know that she did a video basically introducing all the cast members, and Jamie Jr. decided to go off on her for literally no reason. Like, he was doing the absolute most. She didn't like go off on him or go in on him. So that was just very, he decided to take to his Instagram and just like try to go off. And it was just, first of all, it was womp womp womp. Like, it was real whack and it was unnecessary. So he's, to me, a little ticky, but he fine. And so we learned that the father and son pair are not speaking. Next, we see Ashley Silva and her family. They are beautiful as well. And although I do not like DJ Quick, especially how he did that girl Danny, have y'all seen that video? Maybe I should post it on my channel as well. But anyway, we see the two of them. And DJ Quick looked very short to me. Like, how tall is he? He looks short and stout, just like a little teapot, very fun size. Anyway, I did want to know if Ashley's booty is real, because her body looks amazing. It's giving amazing, but it might be natural. I just want to know. But anyway, Ashley tells us that she feels like a married single mom, which makes sense when you are married to a guy who is in entertainment, especially a DJ. DJs never stop. And so she tells us that she is writing a book, but she really ain't writing because she has no time to get to herself and in seclusion to write. She's basically chained to this family, whereas Quick has no sense of boundaries, and what goes lacking is not his work, it's always his family. So she wants him to contribute to the family more, like be more present And he was like, oh, I wish I could just like be outside smoking a cigar and then get the kids up. And that was so condescending. And I don't even think he was trying to be condescending. But I hate when men do that. I hate when they do that. When they act as if because the woman is not going out and physically working a 9 to 5, like she's not contributing to the house when that lady is running that house. So you be quiet, little teapot. You be quiet. Arena takes little Jamie to go out and look at cars because he's scared to call his father to do so. And I'm like, you should have called your daddy, because a lot of times these car salesmen really try to get you when you're a woman. So you should have called your daddy, but I understand. So Arena breaks the silence and like, hey, let me real quick, I'm not buying you none of these cars in here, just so you know. Don't expect me to buy you no car. And I was like, ma'am, I could be wrong, but I think that's the purpose of why he had called you down here. I think that's why. She put a monkey wrench in that plan, baby. So anyway, she drops the bomb that she is concerned about his safety, and she starts crying and saying that she and her mother cry a lot when he doesn't come home at a certain hour, when he don't da 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 da. And I was like, oh, little Jamie in these streets. That's what's going on between father and son. Y'all could have had just said that from earlier. He in these streets. So that make me wonder, what kind of in these streets are you? Are you a hustler? Are you a part of a gang? What you doing? You running numbers? You on IRS scams? Like, what you doing? Nah, I'm just playing, little Jamie. Do not try to drag me like I'm just kidding. You are a law-abiding citizen of these United States of America. Please do not try to drag me. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Okay? So, we finally get to go to this anniversary party. Chris and Monique pull up and they looking good. That paisley print, I think it was on the back of Chris's vest, was beautiful. I loved it. They look great. They giving African prince and princess. They are looking like Thelma and eBay from Good Times. If y'all don't know that episode, then you don't know. The girls who know. And so we get to the party and they are asking Winter, they meaning Chris and Monique, what's going on with her second husband. And she says she hasn't spoken to him or seen him in 6 months. They were getting ready to celebrate a year anniversary, and she got some ugly message, I think she said. And he refused to talk about what was going on and left and went to his parents' house, and he is knocking on 60's door. Not you running to your parents' house when we could fix something. Ew. So they really don't get better with age. Ugh. Yeah, no hope at all. So Ashley and Quick step in, and I'm saying they stepping, baby. And Ashley is rocking her Andriana first, and she basically lets us know yet again that she wants him to quit work. Jamie and Arena finally arrive at their own party, and they look good. The cast tries to sneak in a Q&A anyway, despite their obvious wishes. And it was just ended up being funny. So it wasn't happening. The Q&A wasn't. Instead, we got to see Lil Jamie come to the party with a white woman. Listen, I'm not mad at interracial dating, but we'll see how long. We'll see what's going on as the season progresses. So anyway, Lil Jamie cops to hanging around the wrong crowd and getting high every single day. Yeah, he was getting high every day, hanging around the wrong crowd, doing the wrong things. And so Big Jamie, I'm finna call him Big Jamie, Lil Jamie, Big Jamie was like, I'm not finna play with you. I'm not finna coddle you. I give tough love because that's how I got love. And Jamie lets him know, I do need you to tell me that you do love me sometimes, though. And so they agree to that. Hopefully they can patch things up and move forward. Next, we have Chris and Monique, who are both very loquacious. Like, neither one of them shut up. and I'm not mad at it. I like Chris and Monique, but they are very loquacious as a couple, and so they are complaining about the lack of a Q&A at this anniversary dinner. They're upset that they didn't get the Q&A, and I'm just like, go to therapy. That's what y'all need, not these people. What happened to their marriage. Truth be told, no two marriages are the same. It's just like a snowflake. No two marriages are the same. And so what works for them may not work for you. But anyway, Chris and Monique decide to get to arguing about Chris being in the life, going to life coaching, and all of a sudden the girls are fighting. I mean, it was just like, all of a sudden it was real quick. I mean, like that. I hope Monique and Chris do not get on my nerves. I hope they do not break up, although I don't think they will. I hope they don't get on my nerves, because they was getting on my nerves in this scene. She's asking him for a list of who he is, his prized possession, etc., etc. And Chris has not done the list. Well, Chris, why you ain't do the list? So because she's frustrated and him not doing the list, he's getting frustrated at her frustration. But it's also like, how are you gonna be frustrated with me over something you did to me, Chris? Like, do the thing. And so she flat out asked him, is it not important to you? He claims it is, but he ain't done the thing. So hopefully Chris get himself together, does the list. And yeah, so this is the end of my review. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to check the description box below. I am an author, a published author. I think I have like 17 books now. I'm a published author. Go check it out. I have a cosmetics line called Church Girl Summer, and I am wearing the Sunday morning lashes from Church Girl Summer. So go ahead, or wait, I think these might be, no, excuse me, I'm wearing the convocation lashes from Church Girl Summer. So go ahead and go to www.churchgirlsummer.com and get your cosmetics needs. I love you, ladies and gents, and until next time, we out.